Hello friends. There's a general rule in chess, a rule from Garry Kasparov himself, and it's one of the reasons he became one of the most dangerous players in history. Kasparov's golden rule. Kasparov believes that if you can bring your rooks into the attack in the middle game, your opponent's position is basically doomed. And today, we're going to see if that rule works against none other than Mikhail Tal. Kasparov has the white pieces. Let's get started. Kasparov opens with pawn to d4, and Tal replies knight to f6. Then comes c4, and Tal plays pawn to e6. Kasparov develops with knight to c3, and Tal responds with bishop to b4. We're officially in the Nimzo-Indian defense. Kasparov plays pawn to e3. If you remember the game I showed you against Judit Polgar, Kasparov's plan there was to attack on the kingside, with f3 and g4. But this time, after Tal castles, Kasparov moves his bishop to d3. Now Tal strikes in the center with pawn to d5. Kasparov trades on d5 and then places his knight on e2. Tal pushes c5, and the game remains calm, like fire hidden under ashes. Kasparov castles. Tal develops knight to c6. Now Kasparov plays a3, questioning the bishop on b4. Tal captures on d4 first, trades knights, and then brings his knight to e7, trying to bring his pieces closer to Kasparov's king. The square e4 is now a nice outpost for Tal's pieces. He's clearly aiming at the kingside. Kasparov plays queen to c2, Tal develops bishop to d7, and Kasparov brings his bishop to g5. Now white has completed development, the rooks are connected, and there's pressure on f6 and the g7 pawn. Tal plays knight to g6. A risky move, because g6 is rarely a good square for a knight unless there's a clear attacking plan. But here, Kasparov clearly has the upper hand, control of the center and the powerful bishop pair. So he strikes, pawn to f4. This move prepares to bring the rook from f1 into the attack, and the pawn itself is a dangerous weapon. Tal pushes h6. Kasparov captures the knight. After queen takes f6, he continues with pawn to f5. Tal's knight is forced back to e7. Now Kasparov develops knight to g3, aiming for knight to h5. Attacking the queen and opening the path for his f-pawn. Tal plays knight to c8, maybe planning knight to d6 to control the center. But Kasparov brings his rook to f4, a move straight from the Kasparov school of attack. According to his own rule, once the rooks join the battle, defense is no longer possible. Tal plays knight to d6, Kasparov goes queen to f2, bringing the queen closer to Tal's king. Tal places his rook on the e-file, and now, knight to h5. Attacking the queen. If Tal captures the knight with queen 5 takes h5, then after h4 and g4, his queen would be trapped. So Tal retreats, queen to d8. And now, a devastating blow to the black position, knight takes g7. What a brilliant sacrifice. If the king captures, then after f6, king to f8, and queen to h4, it's checkmate. So Tal plays knight to e4 instead. Kasparov takes the knight, then plays f6 to protect his own. Tal's king goes to h7. Kasparov takes on e4, then moves his queen to f4, attacking the e4 pawn. Tal defends with his bishop. But Kasparov doubles up, rook to e1, increasing the pressure. Tal counterattacks with queen f8. But Kasparov pushes his c-pawn, preparing d5 to cut off the bishop's defense. Tal captures on a3. But Kasparov plays knight to f5, a powerful move. Now there's a deadly threat, queen to h6 check. If the king runs to g6, then knight to e7 finishes everything. Tal retreats his queen to f8. And now, Kasparov brings the final piece into the attack, rook to e3_g3_g7. After a few desperate moves, Tal resigns. What a masterpiece by Garry Kasparov. Hope you enjoyed watching this game. Don't forget to subscribe, because there's a lot more epic chess content coming your way. So tell me, are you Team Tal or Team Kasparov? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.